even care. Your life isn't fair. Welcome to Hard Times and feeling low.
We got
like sinning.
It's Friday.
No, there'll be
and the Astros have done nothing.
Like lots of gambling. Oh,
Telling lies.
He's certainly welcome. The hard times.
Steven Okert for Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto. Who says no?
I have a lot to say today. I wrote notes.
Yeah, he came in hot. So
I wrote notes. There's a lot.
He came in hot.
There's a lot. It's a whodunit episode.
The winter
it's a whodunit episode.
And
we're welcome to hard times.
Nary a whimper.
Don't know what that means.
It's from the night before Christmas, not Nightmare Before Christmas.
I never watched Night Before Christmas. It scared me.
Skeleton guy scared me. Yeah, really?
Yeah,
dude, great movie.
Tim Burton.
Yeah,
scary.
Yeah. Oh, nary a whimper throughout the house. Not even a scurry from a mouse.
Of a mouse.
Whatever.
Santa Claus said, "Cole."
Garrett Cole.
Nothing's
happening. We talked about over. We all missed on the over under. We said over under 0.5.
We did drop the.
We even said over under.
It was a good line.
1.5.
It was a good line.
And we were all wrong. We were all wrong. Zero.
Wrong.
Not even a chirp. Not even a.
Not even a Jake Myers.
Not even
whisper.
an MLB trade rumors scandalous app post. Nothing.
Not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob. So yeah, we're here to hang out and talk through what didn't happen. And maybe, not everything has to happen. Not everything has to happen on winter meetings, but that's usually where it happens. Or you at least by now, we should have had an idea of things happening. Obviously, there's been a few things that come out about looking for starting pitching and things that we already knew. So,
yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to go in. I
wish I had women interested in me the way the Astros are interested in players.
Yeah. I think there's now reality and perception, and a whole lot of perception was going into what was the winter meetings. And coming out of the winter meetings, there's a whole lot of reality. And the reality is the team you see is probably the team you're going to get to an extent. They're not going to get any big names. They are going to stay below the CBT. And then, like we've seen in years past, they make moves to get there, right? And but I have a lot of questions, and I don't think there's a lot of answers. And it's gonna be a good episode today, I think, because I have a lot of questions I've written down with then my own thoughts of answers, but then also just statement. It's honestly like scribble. You can't see it, but it's just scribble.
He's the Zodiac over here.
I put angry ? Warm and fuzzies ? I actually have my win total for the season right now.
What
on
is
next year's team? Take a guess.
So no changes.
No changes, right?
No changes.
No. I think even with changes coming,
okay, so like we're
Jake
just
Myers
assuming
for a tier 4 arm,
and then like maybe a
signing
JV
for a tier 4 arm,
including JV in the potential probably going to happen.
Yeah. And people forget I was one off last year.
I'm giving your guess.
My guess.
I'm guessing what your guess is. 87.
82 wins. I think this is an 82 win ball club. And you want to?
Right, so Zed is fully.
You want a hotter take? You want a hotter take? The Astros have to win 90% of Hunter Brown starts next year to even consider hit this 82 number. Because right now it's Hunter Brown and the cool gang.
Guys.
I know why Lionel Richie left the Commodores. I'm going to understand when Hunter Brown's going to leave the Astros.
Help me. Zed is here in full effect, and I'm scared. Projected offensive WAR is not an issue here. The projected pitching WAR scares me because it's 25th to 30th place. Yeah. Michael Garcia got paid. I missed that. That's just him.
Robert Suarez went to the Braves earlier.
Robert Suarez. There has been other moves that have happened. The Marlins signed Christopher Morel, so they clearly didn't want any of the Astros outfield help. Instead, they went and got Morel. Michael Garcia extended a 5-year extension. It doesn't say the money yet. That's good for them. So they don't need a third baseman. Anyways,
that market's getting tight for our boy AB2.
Okay, Froggy, the chirps.
You got called Dubin and
Caleb Ort
in the span of minutes.
Dubin, I'll take. Ort, come on, man. I know I put on a few pounds, but like, damn.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's all right.
Jake and prospects, some young arms over a few trades. Walker to the Mets for nothing in a return. Salary dump, $40 million available for a left-handed hitting corner outfielder. Christopher, you are thinking like a team that plans on making a lot of moves, and I don't think we're doing that. I think we're mostly staying pat at this point.
Yeah, I do that. I
also the talk about it came out multiple times, so they're really pressing that. I mean, we already guessed it for the most part that they're just like not going after any free agents. It's all trades. Which is like the year you have some money to spend on free agency, which makes no sense to me. Because we're not even close to the CBT yet.
That's a great segue, because I'm asking, not rhetorically and not sarcastically, what is the identity of this 2016? What is identity? Because I was told for a year plus, the moment Dusty Baker retired, wasn't renewed, new regime in, that this identity of the team will be defensive focused.
Yeah.
They will be a tough out at the plate. They are going to work counts. They're going to do all these things, right? They have said this.
Yeah.
Time and time again. So if it's defense for the 2016, you DFA Uris and you trade Dubon and you supplant a 36-year-old Hall of Famer at second base, and you take a 27-year-old superstar and just bury him at DH. Okay? What's the approach of this team? I want my hitters to be like Isak Paredes. Why is every big Major League Baseball writer floating Isak around? So if you do move, and I understand in a vacuum, he has the most value. It's a logjam in the infield. He has nowhere to play right now. Walker has no value to move. Fine. But you're telling me in a calendar year you changed two of your major talking points and identity? What the fuck are we doing? Legitimately, because if you're changing your identity, then that's fine. But don't sell me a fake bill of goods for 18 months and tell me, hey, this is going to be the identity of the team. This is what we're going to do best and better than everyone. We're just reshuffling the chairs on the Titanic deck. That's all you're doing.
Do we think a lot of this is market-based? Like the market is a lot richer than we were expecting?
It shouldn't be surprising, though.
No,
this is where the game is.
But it is kind of wild. The Rays offered Ryan Pepio and Shane Baz for Ketel Marte.
That is crazy. And
they got turned down for that? That tells me we're not getting Shane Baz for
Shane's on
anything. But I can't believe they turned that down. Those are two very good pitchers. That would immediately make the Diamondbacks pitching way better. So that's crazy.
I think it's fixable. I think it's fixable because...
Well, that's good. I'm getting some positivity coming out of this.
But they won't do it. They said they went on MLB Network and said the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Why are we entrenching Jose Altuve, who's a GOAT, the face of the franchise, a hero at second base, and you're continuously putting training wheels on Yordan Alvarez like he is the number one prospect in baseball that needs to have training wheels? He can play left field. He said he loves to play left field. Put him out there. Then you don't have to trade Paredes because then you can DH. Then you can weaponize the DH. and move people around, and your offense is pretty damn freaking good. So
you're
now you're almost like tying one hand behind your back and jumping in the water and saying, "I can't believe the universe drowned me." No, you drowned yourself. Like what?
So what do you want? Tell me
I
your
want the
plan.
training wheels off Jordan. Put him in left field.
Okay.
He can. Yes, he can still DH.
So you're saying Tuve back to second?
In this situation, that's what they have with this roster construction. I mean, unless Paredes can play there, but you can weaponize. You have to have flexibility. It's the Astros and this roster construction and this roster like self-imposed like boa constrictor should not be a surprise. You gave Jose Altuve the Kobe Bryant lifetime contract, Hall of Fame contract. Well done. He's earned that, yes. But it should not be a surprise that, hey, he's 36 years old. He cannot play 150 games at second base. No, he's going to deteriorate.
So,
oh, by the way, you have a superstar 24-year-old who is a perma DH. This is not like something that just sprung up overnight of roster construction. You should have seen this 4 years ago. Okay, hey, Altuve's going to get this contract. By 2026, he's going to be 36 years old. Do you think he can play second base every day? Probably not. He's going to have to be like Miggy Cabrera was in DHing. Okay, you have a DH problem because you have Jordan there. Hey, maybe over the next span of 2 to 3 years, let's get him more live reps in left field. And also, hey, by the way, yes, the injuries, yes, he hasn't played. Jordan Alvarez wasn't running into the Crawford boxes or diving into the stands. It was a slipping on the plate and a swinging injury.
He didn't get in, he still has yet to get injured in the outfield.
Yeah,
like all of his injuries have happened hitting or running.
They're putting him in bubble wrap because he's Evel Knievel in left field.
Yeah.
No. I just don't get it. It's not a surprise of roster construction.
No, I mean, the tough thing is, I mean, Altuve and Jordan, unfortunately, are kind of the issue with the roster construction, but you're not going to trade either one of them. And so that leaves you with a platoon of them at left field and DH and Tuve playing second sometimes. And then you have the logjam in the infield. I don't know, man. I'm still very optimistic about this team. I don't think any of that is the issue. The issue to me is pitching right now. That's what they need.
That's a perfect segue.
That's what they got to figure out. They got to figure out because the offense I think is going to be fine next year. To me, if they stay healthy. But right now, you have Hunter Brown and a coming off of major surgery. Christian Javier, you don't know what you're going to get for a full season of him. You have Eric Getty that had injury issues last year. You have Jason Alexander, and you have Lance McCullers that's had injury issues this entire year. We got to start pulling triggers on pitching. Like the market's just drying up, and the price is going to keep going up. So they got to make some moves. Like I understand if you don't go get Ranger Suarez right now, but go get me somebody. We need arms. We need bullets in there.
Okay.
Tell me your
thought exercise. Name the top 5 Astros on this 26 roster, on this 26 team roster.
Just like overall players.
Overall, like the top 5 players on the team.
Jordan, Paredes, Pena, Hunter Brown, Correa.
Okay. Let's go another 5.
Hader, Brian Abreu. I feel like I'm forgetting people who put me on the spot. Yiner. Jake and Walker, I guess.
Okay.
10th.
Perfect. You answered that correctly. Of the top 10 Astro players that we just named, right?
3 are pitchers.
3 are pitchers and 2 are in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Now, thought exercise.
Yeah.
Go to 2019, go to 21, go to 22.
It's pretty even.
And go to 23.
Yeah.
How many of those top 10 or top 5 players were pitchers?
Yeah.
How many times it's like
pitching and defense wins you championships.
I don't understand. The formula is right there. And yet, you know what I put down? The Golden Age gave you a blueprint, and you are now morphing a team into a 1990s baseball team with one ace, a bunch of guys, and bats. How about that for back of the baseball card?
Okay. I mean, you're absolutely right. Willow says, "Are you not high on blue ball, or is he a bullpen guy?" Des sees him as a bullpen guy.
I'm a bullpen guy.
I would love him to be if he can be an effective starter. We need that. I think we need that more than we need stretch bullpen guys.
I think he's just a dude. I think he could do either. Like I think.
I mean, in a perfect world, you have a stacked rotation, a stacked bullpen, and he can be a hybrid for both. If Walker and Isak are on the team, Jordan won't be DHing every day. I guarantee it. I mean, maybe. Even if they teach Isak second base and that's his primary fielding position, he's not going to be playing there every day. You're not going to be trusting. I mean, maybe he's got a good hands, man. I don't know.
No, he's good. I mean,
but like I just don't see him playing 130
range,
plus games at second base. He's going to be probably DHing a good amount, or filling in at third when Correa DHs or whatever. It's all kind of a clusterfuck, to be honest.
But it's like self-imposed clusterfuck.
No, for sure. It's a little bit of that. It's kind of, every team when they get to the draft, they say we're not drafting position, we're drafting best players. This is kind of what happens when you don't think and just draft or just grab and keep
very much like my fantasy football
the best players, and then you're like, shit, where are they going to play? How does this make sense?
Yeah.
So it's I don't see it as the biggest issue, especially on the hitting side. That's why I'm not as worried. It is a mess. I mean, they got to figure out. It's a lot between Joe and Dana to figure out. All right, what does this look like every day? Are we going to have 155 at 162 games with a different lineup? Probably, but I still think it can be an effective offense. To me, the issue is how has Dana not picked up even like 2 or 3 more of those? He got one Ryan Weiss. How have we not picked up 1 or 2 other Ryan Weisses, in that category of a little bit cheaper, but could have high upside?
We used to be gods, and now we're playing lottery fucking scratch-off tickets.
I mean, that's my other thing.
Recession indicator.
The other thing around
recession indicator.
This was supposed to be.
I'm down to 81 wins. I'm down to 81 wins. You
know what?
I want to counter. I want to live. You know what? That's the bit next year.
We should get a little live update thing. You just change it throughout the offseason.
I'm now at 81 wins. We're at DEFCON 1.
Okay, I like that. We'll find you a little. It needs to be one of those flip boards.
Yes. I want also anyone have a government contract that we can get a DEFCON sign?
A DEFCON sign. So the Astros projected tax base right now is $27 million. So that's where I'm at. Why are we talking about not being able to go after any free agents when that's the projected tax base? That's after arbitration. That's after everything else. So you have enough room for at least one very impact starter or impact player for like 15, 20 million. But I just feel like we're not even rumored to be attacking that level of player.
We're buying $1,001 scratch off tickets.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit this time.
I do think and hope that the mindset is, instead of going after one Ranger Suarez, let's spread that effort out and have 12 major league starters on the roster just based on what happened last year. You just want to, but I just feel like we're getting a little slow to the upkeep to start that. You've picked up one so far. I know it's a long off season, still plenty of time. You just think at the winter meetings, that's when you would have heard, especially a team like the Astros that has said most of our moves are going to happen here with trades. Okay, well, the winter meetings is where trade rumors start happening and you start making trades, but nothing. We got nothing.
Also, by the way, we're operating in a vacuum of everyone's healthy. You had 37 million injuries last year. It was the Oregon Trail of injuries. And to expect everyone to bounce back to be at their levels, I think is just insane to me.
Yeah.
I think it's insane. If you take, I really do. I think if you take out that 5-week window when the Astros were possessed with the Quad A Astros, when you take that 5-week window out and you look at the body of work, they're an 81 win team. They're an average team at best. It took a 4-week possessed window of a Quad A team that was just busting their ass.
Swept the Dodgers.
Beat the Cubs. Beat the Phillies. Like, you take that, to expect. I I don't. We're gonna. I already know it. We're gonna be sitting here in fucking April. We're chasing 3.5 by the Mariners. We just got swept by the A's, and you're just sitting there like, is this hold too much? Is this hold too? Is this a 3.5 deficit too much? And you're just gonna be chasing that. I just I don't understand how knowing how everything is and knowing how your roster is that. And granted, like I said on the show last week, I said it all offseason. I do give them benefit of the doubt of them getting there. I understand the trades. I understand the moves that they've done to. They're not paying Dubon that much money. You're not paying Ramon Urias. Like you're trading Jake at top value. I get that. I mean, you better follow through with the Jake thing, or you're sitting there at Chas McCormick 2.0 in 2 years he gets released. Like it's all nice. It's all dandy, but like I just feel you have to be building around, and I think you've done it a bit just internally. Like if you make the playoffs, to expect Jose Altuve to be the superstar he is, I think it's asking a lot. Just age, time, wear and tear. So you should be spending to maximize around him. Like I think that's where you got to be. I
Let me go through the transactions so far.
Tony,
They have picked up some pitching through little trades. You want to hear the names?
I don't need stocking stuffers, dude. I need a Mercedes in my fucking front yard.
Do you want to hear these names the Astros have picked up? You ready? Amos Willingham from the Braves, 7.11 career ERA. In the minors,
that was a really good Christmas fund right there.
He was decent in the minors. Nico Zeglin traded from the Cubs for cash.
For sure.
Trey McLaughlin. I should know how to say that.
Yeah, that is your.
It's embarrassing. I think it's McLaughlin. From the Cubs, Rule 5 draft, or not? Maybe not from the Cubs. Rule 5 pickup though. Roddery Muñez from the Reds, another Rule 5 pickup. And then obviously Ryan Weiss. So they have been making those very deep bag pickups, and maybe one or two will turn out.
Q, thank you for the super chat. Has Correa returned the issue? ? Money and position build a teammate if Correa wasn't gonna on the roster. By the way, I like him back, but it causes a difference. Yeah, no, it does. And
Tony made the same point. Yeah, Correa. But that's one of those things. Like I said, you're going to get the best players you can, not thinking about, and I think it's still worth it. You got Carlos Correa for nothing. Like, I'm still fine with the issue. The issue you have is you have too many good players, too many good hitters, and not the right positioning for them. I'll take that issue over the issue on the pitching side where you have nobody and you have a bunch of guys with injuries. So I'm still not that worried about the offensive side. I think that'll work itself out. And especially because we talked about the injuries and stuff, I'd rather have plenty of backup of guys that can play other positions. One of them goes down.
Corona, I know. I see the
Nate Pearson slides over, and you're good.
Nate Pearson's awesome.
Nate Pearson was a good pickup. I forgot that was earlier in the offseason. I really like him, but I just don't. He's also a bullpen guy. I'm not worried about the bullpen. The bullpen to me is fine. It's the rotation. That's the issue. I'm fine with the bullpen. You got Oker, you got Sousa, you got Brian Abreu, you got Josh Hader, you got.
But what happens?
Else, like,
I mean, not to be ugly, not to be mean.
Okay.
But what happens if 3 of those guys are Taylor Scott?
I mean, that's
Taylor
Scott, but I trust But I trust the guy. I trust him to keep refilling that and do it again with other guys.
Oh,
like I don't think Steven Oker. I don't know if I fully trust Steven Oker. It's going to be the same guy next year. But they just picked up Nate Pearson. And they picked up some of these other guys that I think could just replace him.
I don't even need, and I think I don't even want a great guy, Chris. I need innings eaters. Go give me 3 average.
Yeah.
Go give me a Giolito, a JV, depending on price, and another team.
I just want proven guys.
I'm not comfortable rolling. So right now the rotation's Hunter, Javi,
Lance.
Jason Alexander, Lance McCullers Jr., AJ?
AJ Blue Ball.
Is that the rotation right now?
I guess on paper right now that would be the starting rotation.
So Hunter Brown, ace,
Unless they plan
top 10
on
arm in the league.
they're not stretching out Nate Pearson, are they?
Javi down the stretch was a 4 ERA guy. Iguodala is Iguodala.
Colton Gordon. You have in there like he can pick up
Lance,
some.
unknown, full offseason. AJ, rookie. Colton Gordon,
Second year inning leader guy.
lefty innings leader.
And you have Ryan Weiss now.
Weiss, KBO, unknown. Spencer, injury. He had an elbow.
Yeah, I'm interested in how that's going to go.
That gives you warm and fuzzies? I don't know.
I would be happy with
I just see
two more proven MLB starters.
I see 70% of a rotation that you have no idea what's going to happen week to week. Is that sustainable over 162?
Is Jason Alexander going to
Iguodala,
keep up what he
true
was doing?
ace.
Is he the
Cy
guy
Young.
outside of Hunter? Is he the guy you
I'm
trust
gonna
the
have
most?
to call. I'm
Who
gonna
do you
call
trust the most on that list outside of Hunter Brown?
default.
Who do you give game to right now?
Default Javi, and even then, it's a 4+ ERA. I don't think the Christian Javier that we saw pre-injury is walking through the door. I just don't.
I hope so.
I hope so. I really do.
hope so.
I need that. I mean, he's one of the best pitchers in this golden era. That's not talked about when he's completely on. Big game pitcher, all that. But what happens with Christian Javier is not getting the ride up top. We saw the shift to a lot of sinkers. So me seeing the issue of not going to get one great guy, I need to get this 70% number of unknown down to at least 40%. So what can you do? Is it one person that can get you down that 30%, or is it three people that can get you down to that 40% number?
Yeah. Dana's seat better be hot. He hasn't done shit. I'm very mad about the possibility of moving Paredes. How stupid. He literally one of our best guys, has control. I mean, his seat is hot. That's why I only got a 1-year extension. It's basically put up or shut up time for Dana Brown. Same with Joe. I mean, they have to make the playoffs this year. You have to probably make it deeper than that just to keep your job. Are there any GMs available next year who would want to work for Crane? We kind of
AJ Hinch.
Oh, you just said it. You just said that. If you add JV, that's the only. I mean, you add JV to that.
I don't even know.
How are you
I don't even
feeling
know if JV's happening. I mean, at this
I
point,
can't believe it hasn't happened yet.
At this point, I mean, if the market's the market and the price is the price, are you going to pay JB $15 million plus?
It's $15 million is a lot.
It's a lot.
I'd be okay with 12. I think is my max for what he can give you. I think 12 is a number, is a fine number. He threw like 180 innings last year with like a 3.8 ERA or something like that. I'll take that. If he can give me 150 plus innings, that's 12 million right there. That's worth that.
What is we looked at it before, Fangraphs.
Like the Astros projected. JV last year on the Giants threw 152 innings with 3.85 ERA. I will take that for 10 to 12 million. 15 plus, that's where we're starting to get a little overpriced. But I mean, I guess if you're getting to the end of the offseason and that's your best option, then you have to pull the trigger. But I'm talking about like a JV and then you trade Jake for a Singer. I take that. Does JV and Singer bring that number down to 30%?
Yeah. 50%.
I think that's the best you can hope for this offseason. Hunter Brown, like that's to me
I think you got to win 90% of Hunter Brown's
the best you can get. Hunter Brown, Justin Verlander, Brady Singer, Christian Javier, Ryan Weiss, Lance. Like I think that's what you need to do. About two pitchers added to that, and then wait for all the injuries that happen between April and July, and see who you have left for the final stretch.
And you're also at the point where, like, this rotation right now. This is on Fangraphs. They have Hunter, Javi, Lance, Jason, Ryan Weiss. So you have Javier coming back, came off Tommy. You have Lance McCullers
Do they have their
in the 3
projected?
spot. Not on this one I'm on. Lance projected at the 3 spot, who last year the GM had him on phantom stints and wasn't even pitching him. But that's your 3-starter this year. A guy that wasn't pitching down the stretch in big games and big moments that you were
trying to make the playoffs, and he's your number 3.
Jason Alexander, waiver claim, great. I mean, he's been my guy, right? My Iguodala guy. But to think that he can replicate that is kind of. I mean, they were sitting on the changeup by the last time through.
Yeah, he was starting to.
And then Ryan Weiss, who's a complete unknown from the KBO, and granted, he had great stats and everything, has pedigree, cool, awesome.
But you never know
you
how
don't
it's
know.
going to translate.
And you know what? I think he'll probably actually have a good first few months too, because the league takes a while to adjust to you, and then you have to adjust to the league. But I don't know. Rennell and Hayden being on the shelf with Tommy's really hurts. Really hurts. Walter being on the shelf really hurts. It's a lot of questions. And is it a Jake trade? Is it a Isak trade? Is it a Brian Abreu trade?
Do you try and trade Zach Cole on
no,
potential peak value?
No.
Where he's at?
No, you have to.
No, I wouldn't. Is there any chance the Astros try to trade for Scoobel? Never gonna happen.
Never. We'd have to give like 20% of
that. Would be .0000001. That'd be you're trading Jordan and Payne like and a lot more. Like I do maybe
think
Jordan for Scoobel straight up could happen, because Jordan's under a great contract for a few years. Scoobel only has one more, whatever. But that's the type of cost it would be, and I don't know what Astros fans are signed up for that.
I would lay out Bubic for Jake is dead. Jake for Bubic / Reagan / Burgert would be awesome. I just don't think it's a reality now with the Royals. Walker for Peterson, Walker for Senga, Walker for pitcher to pitcher. What if Dan is done with the offseason moves and he decides to make extensions? Who's being extended? I know Jeremy Pena is not going to get an extension. I'll tell that story at a happy hour. Hunter Brown, yeah, please. Okay, who else?
I mean, nobody else really needs it at this point. Yiner, but I don't, unless it's a very team-friendly extension. I don't know what you're doing there. Another super chat from Q. Appreciate it. Glass half full, boys. How many pitching names did you question and were good last year? The pitching will be fine. Save this comment. Q thinks the pitching will be fine. I hope so.
I don't. Well, yeah,
I do believe, and almost each one of these guys individually, I think could be good. Like I could absolutely see Lance with a full healthy offseason, locking in, and maybe finding a version of Lance that we know and love. Maybe. But it's just like that's what the point Des is making is they're all unknowns.
Hey, also, by the way,
it's a gamble.
By the way, with all these people that we've listed, injuries happen.
Yeah,
they're going to get banged up.
I mean, that's the reason why. I mean, going into last year, we really
your depth is now 3, 4, 5
pitching.
So what's your depth behind your depth now?
Going into 2025, we loved the starting pitching. We thought it was deep. and it turned out half of the.
So I'm pulling up the 25.
I think you only had two. It was Hunter Brown and Framber Valdez were the only two starters that started the opening day roster in April, and we're still going, halfway through the season.
25 opening day.
Jake and Walker to Arizona for Cattell and an arm. Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
So last year, your rotation was Framber, Hunter, Ronell, Hayden, Spencer. I think that was your opening day rotation.
It was Framber, Hunter, Ronell.
Versus now Hunter,
Ronell, Spencer, Hayden,
Javi, Alexander, Lance.
Weiss. So 4 or 5 you don't have that you had last year.
Yeah, give me that. Give me that 25 opening day rotation. By the way, you lost 60% of that for 85% of the year.
Yeah.
So Hunter, Javi, Alexander, Lance, Weiss. Say you lose 60% of that.
I think you have to operate that you're going to lose 3 out of your 5 opening day roster starters. You operate thinking that, and you plan and have the depth to replace those guys. And I think they're close. I don't think we're saying they need to do a full overhaul of the rotation. I think there's a lot of good options there. I just think you need 2 more proven MLB guys that you can go in saying, this guy, barring an awful injury, is going to give me 120 plus innings this year. You need to go get 2 of those guys at minimum. So, I don't know.
I don't know. It feels like they're trying to be a AL Central team and not a AL West team.
I think that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest gripe. We used to be gods. We should be playing with the big boys. We're a big market. The Astros are not a small market team. With how much this fan base has been spending on merch and playoff tickets over the past
$20 beers
over the past 6-7 years, we should be spending like a big market team. Obviously, I don't think we're ever going to go spend like the Yankees or Dodgers, but just that tier below.
We're up in payroll. It's just when they've spent, it's the last days of Rome's dumbass spending.
Hey, thank you, Indy, for the super chat. If we move Paredes after 1 year, does that turn the Tucker trade into a failure? It would depend on what you get for Paredes, because it could actually make the Tucker trade even better, in my opinion. Depending if you get the right
if you got like that paint and toll that they floated.
Yeah, if you got like a big return, then you look at it like, oh, we flipped Tucker for basically Cam Smith, Hayden Wesneski, and then whoever you trade Paredes for. And I think that could have been the mindset when they first went and got Paredes was, we'll get him now and then we'll flip him.
I don't know, man. They told me that this was their offensive identity. This is the player we want to mold everything off. Now we're floating, shipping him away after year 1 when he was the only consistent bat.
Well, it's because you got Carlos Correa.
True. Fine.
So I think the thought is we replace Paredes with Carlos Correa, and then we can flip Paredes. I don't know. It's weird that nobody's asked. Has anybody asked Joe and Dana about Paredes playing second? I haven't heard a single answer about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be my first question. Is the plan to play Isaac Paredes at second base? Do we think he's going to pick that up and do great? Like, that's the biggest question defensively on this team. Because if the answer is, I don't know, then you probably have to trade him. Or Walker. You have to trade one of the two.
I mean, between Walker, Paredes, and Jake, 2/3 of those have to be gone by opening day, by spring training. You would think?
Not have to be, but I think could be. Jake isn't really a have to for me. I'm fine putting him in center field. I'm not on the Zach Cole train as much as everybody else. I'm really excited to see if he can keep it up, but I don't.
Nick over IG asked about Framber. Framber's gonna get $200 million. I think we're out of that. Asked if Ronell and Wesneski going to be back late in the year. That's what they say, but hey, hang in there, Astros fans. Those are acquisitions in itself, Astros fans.
I mean, it's just like getting Javier and Lance
Astros
back
fans.
late in the year last year. Like you can't fully trust a guy coming off major surgery.
That's a Joe question, but we look at these guys as acquisition himself, and the market was the market, and the asking prices were very high. So we look at getting Hayden and Ronel Blanco back as acquisitions as themselves. And you know what? Hang in there, Astros fans. You just one good week of getting hot and you're back in it. You could take that clip and play it in August.
Jay asked, maybe they can try and trade for Freddie Peralta. Oh, I would love that, but I don't know who you're trading because I feel like Freddie Peralta falls in that window of I wouldn't trade Paredes for Freddie Peralta. I don't think they would accept Christian Walker for Freddie Peralta. I don't think they would accept Jake Myers for Freddie Peralta, but I would take that. So it's just like,
if you got a Freddie Peralta,
I just don't know where the values match up.
I'm DEFCON 5. I don't even know what the DEFCON levels are, but if they get like a Peralta, I'm back like at 86, 87 wins. Just like that.
I would love that.
I really want. We need someone with a government contract out there.
We'll get some now that we have these shells behind us. We can have a sign here or something that you slide.
And Q asked, hey, Dana did say there were enough at bats for Walker, Paredes, and we're not looking to trade 100%. If you especially in the show, especially at that level, these guys are creatures of habit. They need a play. They need their routines. They've all had enough tenure to show up and not be like, hey, am I playing today or not? That puts a lot of pressure on your skipper, a lot of pressure R&D, doing all this stuff. But if you're constantly rearranging the chair decks on the Titanic, you're going to miss the iceberg you're going to hit. So you need to set, and whether you're going to have to make a hard decision. Hey, we're trading Paredes because in a vacuum, that is more value. We can get a lot of players. We can get youth. We can get arms. Or we move Walker. Paredes gonna have to play a new spot. Now you have the conversation of you have Altuve's defense at second base and Paredes who barely plays first base on the right side of your infield. By the way, obviously Framber's not there, but Hunter Brown doesn't, a lot of ground balls. If you do that. Now, if you want to play the game of, okay, we have the surplus, we're just going to position and move all these around, I just feel like you're not going to get 100%. Like, that's a tough musical chairs game, and it feels like you're just self-imposing a game of Minesweeper. But what do I know? I don't know shit. I just shit post on the internet.
I am interested in this take. It's a tough conversation to have. It's not anything I would ever want to happen, but I am interested in Jose's take. Hey guys, really like your show. I'm still hooked on the idea of why not trade Alvarez for good pitching. You could get great pitching for him, like I said before, and he's not reliable. He says offer on, I think he's trying to say the field. He is reliable off the field. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means he's off and on because of his injuries. I don't agree with that, but I do understand the thinking there with roster construction. If I told you right now you could get Paul Skeens for Yordan Alvarez and like a bunch of prospects, like he's a superstar.
It has to be like a Herschel Walker Godfather deal.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying I would even entertain it really, but
you can't trade it. You can't do that. You can't.
But I do get it of like,
if you do that, might as well blow it all up. You're trading Pena, you're trading Hunter.
Yeah.
You're blowing it. You're blowing it all the way up.
Yeah.
All for the 17th pick in the draft lottery.
What happened to the disciplined player setting example, non-chasing pitches? And
yeah, that's what I opened the show with. My question was, what is the identity of this team? For a year and a half, they said it was the defense and a new approach offensively. You DFA Ramon, you trade Dubon. That's defense. You have this new approach of this is the hitter we want. This is the hitter we want to mold after. And now you're floating his name after year one. Granted, it's probably the only value you have because you can't move Walker. No one wants to take on that contract. You'll have to absorb it. Hey, you know what? If it's washing of the hands, give me one of your bad pitching contracts. Here's Walker. It's a wash. You slide Paredes over at first. Or they're just going to do the musical chairs game and you just have a ton of value. And, I mean, like, on paper, if you rolled a lineup of everyone, no trades, Pena at short, Correa at third, Altuve at second, Walker first. This is easy. Jordan in left, Diaz behind the dish, Paredes DHing, Jake, Sanchez. That's a good lineup.
It's a great lineup.
It's a good lineup.
That's why I'm not worried about it.
You should be worried. You should be very worried.
It's a great lineup. It's a great lineup. You have guys that can play, that can bounce around, play multiple positions. I'm fine with the lineup. I'm not stressing about it. It's the pitching I'm worried about. Oh, I lost that. Oh,
I think this is the last year of Jeremy Pena. Just like it was for Tuck. The writing's on the wall. It's a happy hour story. The extension's not happening.
$5 super chat
Jeremy
from David. Thank you for that. If the team trades Esoc,
he's gonna get a lot of money.
This front office is lost. Look at what happened to this team when he went out. Everything this offseason has been chaotic. I mean, I think that's where we're coming into this today. To wrap everything up, to kind of get back to why we titled it what we titled it and why Des has come in so hot. I think going into the winter meetings.
Hot. Then call for anyone's job or anything.
I think coming into the winter meetings, we expected to hear, or at least we didn't fully expect trades to have happened by now, but we expected a little bit more floated and a little bit to see a little bit more hands and pies, and that some things were happening. But even like, our sources, our sauces, it just seems like all quiet on the Western Front. Like it just seems like,
and I got that 1,000-yard stare.
Just seems like we're just kind of like,
what's up, APM?
Waiting for the moves to happen to us rather than being.
It's all reactionary.
Yeah, rather than attacking, going for the guys you want. I don't know. I still have faith that we can get a guy or two, but I am not liking the rhetoric that's being spewed so far.
It feels like an in-season stream.
It is. It's very.
It's preemptive. It's a preemptive in-season stream.
This week has felt like you got swept by the Reds type of situation where you're like, "What is happening? Come on now."
I'm almost.
The Reds are good now. That's a low blow to them. They're a decent team.
I almost have a take.
Okay.
If you keep standing pat, I think the position, the real battle for the AL West next year is not Astros Mariners. It'll be Mariners Athletics.
That athletic team is going to be sneaky good next year. They still play in a shitty ballpark.
They play in a real
holds them back. I think
not offensively.
No, but I think as soon as they get to their
that may be
stadium,
too bold of a take.
I would put them right now.
I may walk that one back.
I put them right now at 80 wins.
The A's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what were they last year?
Because I think the Rangers are out.
They were at 76 last year. I put them at 85 wins. Jeez, I mean, they had 76 wins, and that's with like no pitching.
I also
really.
I also don't know, and
trading
I've
all their
seen
pitchers
the
away.
Questions about 27. I don't know how the lockout is working. I don't know how teams are going to operate.
Yeah,
because there's no way they're going to have anything done.
Well, that's why
by this time next year.
That's why we had the take we had. The take we can't talk about yet.
What take?
About the status on Congress Street.
Oh, yeah.
And what might happen there.
Yeah.
And lockout looming. Interesting. How much is a lack of moves and uncertainty of the 2027 possibly not happening? Do you think that's playing into it? Do you think that's why?
I don't know.
They're like hesitant to make any big moves or sign a free agent because they're like, well, is Jim like, I don't want to sign a 4-year free agent when one of those years is just washed?
Yeah, I don't know the economics of that.
I don't know either. And he just said, Des, take a nap.
Yeah. Maybe like a 2-week long
It all
nap.
started when his breakfast tacos were labeled potato, but they gave him bacon, egg, and cheese. That's where it all started.
Yeah, it did start that way.
They were supposed to be P for potato.
Yeah.
And he opened them up and they're bacon. Not that you hate bacon, but just potatoes better.
I thought I had.
Can y'all imagine if the rumors were true and Paredes traded for Francisco Lindor? I don't even know where that's coming from. Why would for Lindor to play second? Why would the Mets do that?
I mean, the whole Mets are in trouble, land with Soto and Lindor, and then they let Alonso and Diaz go. Well, I don't know what the Mets are doing.
I mean, I would not hate Paredes for Lindor. Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's another
Yeah,
contract you're taking
yeah.
on.
But I mean, that seems like MLB the Show.
I also don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it as like necessary.
Necessary to meet your own urine.
I can't imagine Dana.
I may be
on a 1
autistic.
Yeah, Dana is on a 1 year contract.
I will say this: it does feel like there's two teams that are all in, and it's the Dodgers and the Jays right now. Then you kind of have everyone else filling the market out.
Oh, and you meant take a nap because of like good luck for a trade happening, not because you look tired.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I knew it was about the nap. I got the reference.
Oh,
You didn't.
I didn't. I thought she was just like, go take a nap.
Beep, 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 beep. Jeremy Pena and Julia Grosso engaged. Breaking.
Congrats, Jeremy. Jeremy watches this. Probably not right now, but
he did comment on it.
He did comment on our last video very
quickly.
Did
comment on that Instagram reel.
What do you guys think about the idea of Senga? Is he actually someone that you can see as a number 2? I like Senga a lot. My thing with Senga is it's similar to, like you said last time, similar to Kikuchi, where it's like he has the stuff, and if the Astros think they can take that stuff and show him how to you have the correct usage and arm hand shapes, whatever, and be effective, then if they went and got him, I'd be like, hell yeah, that's your number 2 starter right now.
You slot him over Hobby right now?
Yeah,
interesting
for sure. Until I see, I mean, my problem with Javi is the fastball was not there, and that's his most effective pitch. So I mean, if I see 2 or 3 spring training starts from Javi and he's striking dudes out and looking great, I'm fully back on the Javi train. Like that's all I need.
Are you letting Javi pitch in the WBC?
Yeah, actually, I think it might be good for him. Injuries are injuries. They're going to happen. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to pretend like I know what is best or not best as far as the injury front. But as far as him becoming an effective starter, I think the more he does it, the better he's going to get at it. I think if he doesn't pitch in WBC, I wouldn't be surprised if his numbers in April and May look way worse than his numbers in June, July. Like I think it's going to be, the more he's doing it, the more he's finding a feel for the type of pitcher that he is going to be now, then the better he's going to do. Indy's preaching blessings to my ears. Senga for Walker, I would love that. I wouldn't mind that. This is the beginning of the Jeremy Pena's beginning of going to make big bucks somewhere else. Yeah.
Jeremy's going to get like, what would be Jeremy's market? Open market? 200?
That's a little high.
You think?
Right now, I don't know. Somebody might. I mean, it's only really one season of all-star ability. So it's like, do teams see that 1 year and say, this is going to keep going? Yeah. Based on that 1 year, for sure, like 250. But I think he could, if he was a free agent right now, I think, I don't know, like 7 for 160, 7 for 180. Something like that.
What was Bobby Witt? 255?
Yeah, like Witt 10 years. Something like that.
And even then, that was probably
I guess Jeremy's only what? Jeremy's 28. This is 28 year.
11 for 288.
Yeah, a lot of years. I don't think Jeremy would be over 30
with 4 opt-outs.
AAV.
He hasn't
closer to 25.
Bobby has 4 opt-outs. At 31, 32, 33, and 34.
Dansby deal could make sense for. What was Dansby's deal?
Dansby Swanson.
7 for 177. Yeah, that's right around what I was saying. 7 for like 160, 180. I think that would
I think
be.
is it a take that I think Jeremy Peter's better than Dansby Swanson?
Maybe he was this year for sure. I just don't. I think we have to see. I think that's why. That's why you need to.
All right, the
I mean, Dansby put
2023.
up 4.5 WAR. I mean, he was very good.
Yeah, how much was that defensively though?
I mean,
Swanson 2023.
717 OPS, 105 OPS plus. A lot was defensively, but
Yeah, I may be falling into recency bias with Jeremy Pena.
I mean that I think that it is. I think last year is closer to the Jeremy Pena that we're going to have moving forward. I think he's closer to 800 OPS guy and not a 700
How old is
OPS
Jeremy?
guy. 28.
So at age 27, Dansby had a 2.3 WAR. He batted 248 with a 760 OPS. That's when they won in 21, and then
Jeremy put up
22
5.6 last year.
22 in Dansby's 28 year
Was
he had a 5.5 WAR.
And he signed that contract after his. He signed it in
He
December
signed it
2022.
yeah.
So before his 23 year. So what was his numbers in 22?
5.5 WAR. He
Yeah.
batted 277 with the 776 OPS plus a 114.
It's very close to what Jeremy did.
And then as a Cub, he's actually played pretty good. 5.2 WAR, 3.9, 4.5.
He's really good. Here's my take.
Okay.
If the Astros are out of it at the end of July,
They blow it up.
I think they might trade Jeremy.
That's crazy.
I mean, if you're going to trade him in the offseason already, and he's having a good year, but your team's out of it, why would you not? Because the team's going to pay more for him to have him for their playoff run right now when they already know they're competing than they will in the offseason.
The biggest remaining needs, according to Brian McTaggart from MLB.com.
For the Astros?
For the Astros.
Pitching?
Pitching.
Yeah.
Pitching. Backup catcher. Like bring in a veteran.
They still need a backup catcher. That's for sure.
Not much. Not much in this article compared to last year's.
Mr. Corona is totally right. You know what? I'm grateful that we are not Mets fans. Those fans are going through it with the ownership not spending money, even though he's the richest owner in baseball. Yeah, as Mets fans, you're like,
yeah,
you don't have a World Series recently to boast about, and your guy comes in and he's spending money like crazy. You're on top of the world, and then you're still not winning, and then he's not spending money now. It's like, oh, I think he thought he could just come into baseball, spend all this money, and win a World Series fast, and it just didn't happen. It just hasn't happened.
And he also just like did the billionaire thing. Was like, oh, this is my rival. I'm going to take your best asset.
Yeah. And
Juan Soto.
And it's just not how baseball isn't. Baseball is a business, but it doesn't work like a business usually. The Dodgers have done a great job, but even the Dodgers, it took them a bit to get here. We talk about the Dodgers and their whole super team, whatever. I mean, they've been spending like this since 2010.
Yeah, I mean, what was the Matt Kemp, Josh Beckett?
Yeah,
Crawford. What was that trade?
James Loney, remember? Like they've been spending like this. They went and got Manny Ramirez. Remember?
Dodgers.
They've been spending like this for a while, and then they made it to a World Series 2017. Got their ass beat. I mean, not really, but it was.
I mean, the catalyst for the Dodgers was just the fleecing.
Made it to 2018.
Trade.
Yeah, I mean, it took a lot of things going right for them to get to this point. I mean, the Yankees spend money like crazy. But the thing the Dodgers are doing well is they built the good World Series winning roster, and they're staying on top of it rather than doing the Nationals or the Red Sox or those other teams that they build that roster up, they win a World Series, and then they're like, we got it. See ya.
This was in 2012, August 25th, 2012, a $250 million 9-player waiver trade bonanza. Dodgers got Adrian Gonzalez, Carl Crawford, Josh Beckett, Nick Punto, and cash. The Red Sox got James Loney, Alan Webster, Ruby De La Rosa, Jerry Sands, and Ivan DeJesus. They just win every trade against
against the Red Sox. If I'm the Red Sox,
That I
I'm never
remember.
answering it.
Like that Dodger team was like. I mean, I've always.
It's a great Dodgers
It was
team.
a good
I
Dodgers
mean,
team.
they won the
2012 Dodgers.
they
team,
won the West for. I mean, they won the division. I feel like 12 of the last 15 years or something like that.
I always
and they're
loved
consistently in the playoffs and all
Hazen.
that. It just took until 2020 for them to finally actually win one, and then now they've found that success. But I feel like people just think, it's just because they're spending money. I mean, it is partly that. It's also they've been very smart with deferral. I wish my team was signing Shohei Ohtani on a bunch of deferrals. You know what I mean? I mean, still, screw the Dodgers forever for sure. But yeah, we should wrap it up.
We should
get into the 1 hour mark. Thank you for everybody hanging out with us. Another Friday.
We all lost the bet on over under.
We all lost a bet on over.
I think everyone last week said
we get some good news to talk about on Monday. We'll be back on Monday. If anything big trade happens, maybe we'll hop on a little IG live. We'll see what happens. If anything happens this weekend. Tomorrow is the anniversary of the Tucker trade last year, December 13th. So got to get rid of the Klarna play. I mean, it's working. Didn't they defer some for Edwin as well? Some of Edwin Diaz's
Did
contract.
they really?
They deferred some of that as well.
Diaz spot trade. Let me see.
Yeah, I think I saw that. Some of it was. Has that been officially announced?
21. Let's go cash breakdown. Good on Edwin Diaz, man. Remember he was a Mariner and he wasn't gonna happen.
22 million 2026. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see. 5-year, $102 million.
I don't think anything is deferred.
I guess not. I thought I saw somebody tweet that.
At this point, yeah.
Who knows? But all right. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us on another Friday.
Another Friday.
Big year coming up. Hope you're having a good holidays. Hope you have a happy
Turtle. Happy
holidays,
birthday.
Merry Christmas, all that. Happy Hanukkah. Spend December. Have fun. Spend December with your family. And then 2026 is going to be the year. It's going to be a big year. Even if the Astros are frustrating, we still got WBC. We still got World Cup. We still got Olympics to watch.
Days.
we have a lot of fun stuff happening in 2026. So thank you for hanging out with us. We be doing live. Something occurs on the spot. Oh, if something happens, definitely during the week. If something happens, we will go live. If it happens on the weekend, maybe Dez or me will go live on IG or something just from our phone, just to talk about it. But if anything happens during the week, we will for sure be going live. If not the next day, depending on when it happens. But yeah, like, subscribe, all that. Thank you for hanging out with us. Any final words?
Yeah. Shout out to Houston First Court working with us for the WBC. Be planning a bunch of stuff with them, merch drops, ticket drops, things like that. But other than that, we will see y'all Monday on the live. And I think that's it.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening to the Beyond Diamond podcast. We'll see you next Monday.
Peace.